With the United States and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania both celebrating their 250th anniversaries this year, Erie News Now is telling the stories about the people and the events from our region that helped shape the future of our country.
And that includes Northwestern Pennsylvania's role in interstate transportation. John Last has more in this edition of The Last Word.
When you think about how people have been transported over history from one state to another, you can easily think about the interstate highway system. Before that, railroads. However, before both those things was by water and the canal system. Many towns in northwestern Pennsylvania have historical markers that tell the story about the Erie Extension Canal. Here's one in Hartstown near Pymatuning Lake. Here's one in Platea, not far from I-90. Here's a sign in Mill Creek at 26th and Asbury. What was the Erie Extension Canal? I traveled to Mercer County to find out. I'm at the Canal Museum in Greenville. I'm talking with Don Achenbaugh, the president of the Museum Board of Directors.
In the 1830s, when the Erie Canal opened across New York, it took a lot of revenue away from Pennsylvania. So Pennsylvania decided we got to do something to get it back.
The Commonwealth built the Pennsylvania Canal from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh and then decided to build another one from Pittsburgh to Erie called the Erie Extension Canal. Work was completed to Newcastle. Then the state decided to abandon the project due to its cost. Rufus Reed, a wealthy businessman from Erie, bought the rights to the canal project, even though he knew railroads would soon be the next big thing in transportation.
As while he was negotiating for the rights to finish the canal, he started the Newcastle Railroad. So Reed, I think, knew that the canal was a temporary thing.
The Erie Extension Canal was finished under the leadership of Reed's son, Charles. Coal was shipped to Erie in barges, such as the Rufus S. Reed. A replica of that canal boat is on display at the museum. Other boats carried only passengers. Towns flourished along the canal route. Greenville quickly grew from 500 people to 5,000 people. Many of the new residents were the Irish young men who dug the canal.
There were so many Irish Catholics that the Catholic Diocese in Erie sent missionaries to Greenville, and they became St. Michael's Church.
137 locks were built on the canal to raise and lower the boats. There were 28 locks within 2 miles of Platea. The town was once named Lockport. Remnants of the canal still remain in Platea. By the 1870s, railroads did take over. Railroad tracks were laid on most of the towpath along the abandoned canal. The end of a transportation era in this region.
With the last word in Greenville, John Last, Erie News Now.
And that Canal Museum will be reopened for the season the weekend after Memorial Day.
And it'll be open every weekend after that until Labor Day. It's located on Allen Avenue in Greenville.